Good afternoon. This is Roland Rofro digging at my early Civil War site. It's very hot this afternoon, so I decided to start in the shade. This is my first test hole, and I thought it was going to show up nothing, but I've got in the corner here some very red dirt, which is usually an indicator of a fire pit nearby, so I suspect it's to the left of my hole. I'll continue digging this until it turns into something, or it just peters out. This can oftentimes be just brick residue, and that's my hunch right now, but you know, okay, I've dug just a little bit deeper, and as in other fire pits that we've shown you here, Dave Vanderhagen and myself, here's the obvious burn area, but now I've exposed a little bit of organic or ash bone, just specks of bone in there, but that's going to keep me going a little bit more. I dug that out and it disappears, but down there further there's some more red, and that's going to keep me going here. So a little effort, a little sweat, get a few rocks out of there. Phase 3, just determining the direction of the fire pit. I've got a nice, what I think is a corner here. You can see this distinct red here. On this side you have Virginia clay, and that's been undisturbed for the most part, I'm sure. But in here you have a very loose material with occasional ash in it. There's a rock. This could be a very small fire pit that I've just lucked upon. A couple of things that are promising is a piece of pottery, some clear glass, and some dark glass. This rock came out with fire burn on the side of it. At least I think that's what that is. And very slow going, as the Virginia diggers know. The ground has gotten extremely hard since Memorial Day. Even with the sporadic thunderstorms, it has almost no effect on these lower layers. So I'll be glad to get into some ash where the digging tends to be much easier. As you can see, it's just kind of breaking away with minimal effort, as opposed to that burn area and the Virginia clay. No probing is going to find this today. I'm not even going to be able to get through the initial layers of the topsoil successfully. So I've been pretty lucky to find this, and we'll see. All right, guys, I'm back at this hole. I almost gave up on this because the ash kind of petered out. But look at how deep I am. I'm way down here. And sometimes the cost of digging in hard pack is that you do bust some things, and there's a pipe down here that I believe I have broken. I will put it together, but it certainly wouldn't be as nice as if it had not. And there it is. I guess the good part about it is it's not, you know, there is some decorative edge on that. Maybe it was broken. That dirty edge would indicate that maybe it was broken already. But that indicates that I did break it. So we're getting into the ash down there deep. Hopefully there'll be another intact pipe. There's a piece of tin, probably. You can see the seam of the ration can. There's a little nice ash. And as I clear this away, there's some more ash there and some rock, which is good. There's more red down there. So I'm very deep, and I'm still chasing this fire pit, and hopefully that won't be the last. Okay, guys, I showed you that pipe, and now I've cleared away a little bit more, and I'm down to just an incredible layer of topsoil and a burn layer. This is what I want to follow. You can see the red of the fire pit. It's just amazing that you get down 2 feet, and you've got this rich topsoil to sift through and to trowel through after going through all of this hard pack, which has got me sweating profusely. So just another phase of digging. Continuing with this hole, I found some glass. It's the base of something very large with some printing on it. Looks like it's part of a historical flask, perhaps. Maybe it's the side. I can't read the writing backwards, but that's it. I'm going to try to get it out and see what it is. Unfortunately, it's not intact, too close to the fire or hitting rock. And I'm going to take it out and great. Let's see what that is. It's a piece of a Washington flask. I've got a couple more pieces up here that I already retrieved. Boy, that would have been nice. And I'll put some of my restoring skills to work on that one for sure. See if we can make anything of that. Too bad, huh? That's the way it goes. I shouldn't have shut this off because right underneath that flask is a pipe. It's broken. There's this pipe. And put glass around it from that flask. I'll try to keep everything I can from that. And we'll work this one out. You can hear the crunch of glass all around it right there. There's some more glass right there. So, might have been just a trash pit. Wouldn't that be something to find a Washington flask and a pipe with similar markings on it? There may be more in there than just the bowl. Let's see what we can do here. Piece of glass in there. I want to get all of those. A little nail. And the flask up here. Oh, that's just shattered. You can probably find that's very thin. You can probably find a rock of some sort very close by here. Oh, there we go. Another bowl, number 2 on the day. That looks like a Peter Dornay type. And we can fix that up a little bit. Yep, you can see that design, the distinctive design of the Peter Dornay pipe right on the edge there. So that's nice. Broken, but nice. So, doing good so far. And we have the other pipe pieces up here in the sack to put together, along with maybe a ration can. So this hut's yielding nicely. Hopefully there's something. Alright guys, well I'm continuing this hut that's proven very productive in terms of pipes. And that broken George Washington flask. I've got the red here. I'm still chasing this fire pit to get the outside of it. And brushing away down here I've got another pipe. And I'm going to pull it out. It fell down with the rest of it. So I've got a bowl with no stem. Looks like a Dornay. It's got that mark right there. So I'll match that up probably with a stem, and that's a complete bowl. So that'll be nice if I can. I think I have the other piece to that. That break looks familiar. So we shall see. That's about the 5th pipe out of this hole. Pretty cool. Okay, expanding the hut a little bit. I've got into a layer, and this is the first bullet I've found in a long time in a hut. So that's cool. Hopefully there's some more behind it or something else. Standing upright. .58. Nice relic. Alright, finally I have some promising glass here in the wall. Just scraping this away. There's lots of rock, but this is the largest piece of glass that I've seen thus far. So this could be a complete bottle. What I've been looking for pretty much all morning and now mid-afternoon. So I'll expose it and get another shot of it. Okay, well this is a post-hunt review. I'm taking a close-up of a big chunk of dirt that I brought out, only because it's got a small porcelain button there. As you recall, I also was digging out a George Washington flask, the remains of which some of it is here, leaned up against that dark red of the fire pit. Here's the top of the flask as it would have been. This would have been a Taylor Washington flask. Here's the Taylor side of the equation, and of course George back over there. Other things that came out, as you can see, the pipes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this pipe, which I reconstructed out of about 5 of the pieces that were found, 5 or 6 of the pieces that were found in the hole. This one is shows the TD there and the stars, so that's a cool find, albeit broken. This is a Dorney pipe with that distinctive design we've talked about before. This one's kind of crude. It's got a very sort of chiseled look or carved look about it. And here's the one that I broke. But as far as the whiskey that I was pulling out of the ground, right here, it was not to be. There's the break. I did get a couple of the other pieces here that'll fit in, and I suppose the rest of it's either top of the hut or somewhere. I'll probably go back and find it. This I was hoping was part of it, but this is a green whiskey. It has nothing to do with this piece here. I also found the bullet, kepi buckled down there in the ash with some leather still attached, and then again the porcelain button, part of Peter Dorney pipe. I don't know if this is a medicine or what, but it's got the root growing right through it. So all in all, just a really cool hunt. Last but not least, this was in the hut at the bottom. Looks like it's a rudimentary shovel, perhaps. It's been flattened out. I don't know how they could have moved much dirt with that, especially as hard as it was for me. But all in all, just a real